What are we gonna get? We're gonna get 3 to 10 rune chest and the birthday ticket. Okay, that's fine. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Glimpse of Gaming YouTube channel. I'm your host Malaire, and welcome back to Mythic Dungeon Talks. This is episode 5, and today I am going to be talking about 3 quality of, well, I don't know about 3, but 3 so far is what I've got, quality of life changes that I want made to Monster Legends. I hope this is probably going to be a quicker one. And yeah, let's hop straight into the dungeon. Yes, let's go straight into the Mythic Amber Dungeon. And I already said what I was gonna talk about. I'm gonna be talking about some things I want in Monster Legends that would just make the experience all around more enjoyable and a little bit easier. Yeah, that's just about it, isn't it? So basically, as we get into the first battle here, the first thing I want is, now that we're in the age of mythics and mythics are just slowly taking over legendaries, and even if there are good legendaries now or in a couple of weeks or months, they're going to become obsolete with the influx of new mythic monsters, and with mythic monsters getting traits and skills more similar to the insane ones that legendaries were getting. So I think they should decrease the time it takes for legendaries to hatch, breed, and craft, because to be honest, I don't feel like they should have the same waiting time as mythics, and I really don't think that they should make mythics longer. So the only thing from there would be to make legendaries shorter. So that would be like way better. Because right now it's like 2 days and an hour, which is, or 2 hours, yeah, 2 days and 2 hours, which is a 50-hour crafting, hatching, or breeding time, which is just, that is, especially for some of the other legendaries, like the older ones, they really shouldn't take the same amount of time to hatch as a mythic. So maybe something down to like 45 hours or 40 hours, 42, somewhere in there, so that it's not 2 days long that you're waiting for your legendary monster to hatch. Instead, it's 2 days long that you're waiting for your mythic monster to hatch, or craft, or breed, even though there's no breedable mythics. Imagine if we'd be able to have some like breedable mythics. That would be absolutely insane. Like, not even gonna lie. So actually, I think they could do that with epics as well. Because I mean, 33 hours for an epic, sure, that probably is fine when compared to legendaries and mythics. But compared to rares, some rares take like 5 minutes to breed and hatch. So, and at most rares are up to like 9 or 10 hours. So, to be honest, epics should not take 33 or 34. I don't know. I think it's 33 hours, because you have to pay 33 gems to speed it up. And yeah, epics should, yeah, take less time to hatch, because if someone wanted to gem that task for the, like, for a team race, for example, that would make it easier for them, and it would make it actually more realistic for people to do those instead of skipping. Maybe not the one for alls, but maybe like the do your part where 3 people breed an epic. If they only have to spend like 20 gems each, that's saving a lot of gems. So that would be a lot better for, in the long run, for teams, and it would make just the quality of life better, because that's what these changes are. Suggestions for our quality of life. Excellent. And these guys, I'll just put this on auto. The next quality of life change I'd suggest is more ways of getting Elementium, because Elementium is hard to come by, and it really should not anymore, since even like players that have been playing for like a week or two can have legendaries. So, because back when I started playing the game, it probably took me like a month or two to get my first legendary. Maybe even longer than that, but I don't exactly remember when I got my first legendary. But now that we have a dungeon to get Mythic Amber to rank up Mythics, I think we should have at least a dungeon to get Elementium for legendaries. But I kinda get it that Elementium can also be used for non-legendaries, like all the rarities below that. But let's be honest, you're gonna be using them for legendaries most of the time. So now that we have the Mythic exclusive sell item, I think we definitely should get a better way of getting Elementium. Maybe a dungeon just like the Mythic Amber dungeon. Maybe we can have a Elementium dungeon that is basically like this, and you can only use legendary monsters or something like that. But I wouldn't know. So I guess that would kind of, we already have Elementium dungeons in the resource dungeon section, but I think it would be better to just have Elementium dungeons in the same style as Mythic Amber dungeons, where it's like, instead of getting, well, let's go and see if there's an Elementium dungeon right now, actually. Yeah, so there's no Elementium dungeon, I don't think. Okay. Oh, I might do this dungeon later, actually. That's quite good. But yeah, you would probably be getting like 10 or so Elementium for doing like 15 nodes. But Mythic Amber dungeons give way more than that if you do 15 nodes. It gives you like 30 for the first 3 floors, which adds up to 15 nodes. So yeah, I definitely think that it should be easier to get Elementium and to just rank up your legendary monsters. Because now legendary monsters aren't really that much of a thing that everyone wants anymore. It's all about the mythics, if you know what I mean. But so yeah, it should be definitely way easier to rank up your legendaries. And the last quality of life change is resource dungeons giving more, because I actually remember a long time ago on the Monster Legends Amino, I have a screenshot that has a food dungeon in it, and the food dungeon at the end, it gives 50,000 food, which is a respectable amount to spend a couple of stamina doing the nodes of that dungeon at that time. So I don't see why the resource dungeons nowadays are absolutely garbage and should never be done, because actually, if after this, I go and look in the resource dungeon section, and you can see a food and gold dungeon, you're just gonna see that it is absolutely terrible, like the rewards it gives. Like this is a food and gold dungeon, and it gives 1,300 food at the end. But back, I think it was probably 2017, they were giving 50,000 food, and I think they should give way more than 1,300. Probably, realistically, they would give 50,000, but probably even more than that would be necessary. Well, not necessary, but like, that would actually try and get good, like, later game players an actual reason to go in there and do the dungeon. Because no one does the food and gold dungeons. Why would you do the food and gold dungeons? But if they gave a lot of food, well, then there would be a reason to do it, so you can actually get lots of food. And actually, if I can find that screenshot of the the resource dungeon giving 50,000 food. I actually probably will post it down in my Twitter, which you should follow, by the way, because that's going to be it for this one, guys. I segued perfectly into that outro. That was sick. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Make sure to follow my Twitter and Instagram down below, linked in the description. Check out the Mythic Dungeon Talks playlist, also linked in the description, and also should be appearing on the screen right about now. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Be sure to look out for the next Mythic Dungeon Talks episode. Please like and subscribe for more. And yeah, that should be enough of the YouTuber plugging stuff. So yeah, I'll get out of your way for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I've been your host, Malaire. Goodbye.